Envision the future of Tualatin and share your input on your community's infrastructure. Tualatin City staff is located in 7 buildings around town, and so are your city services. The city is studying its buildings to assess their current conditions, identify space needs for the next 20 years, and make sure city services are being provided in the most efficient way possible. The Civic Facilities Study is looking at places for city services, as well as assessing community gathering spaces. The city hired Yost Group Hall Architecture, or YGH, to assist with this study. The study is focused on the following service areas, including community development, community services, administration, legal, finance, information services, and the library. Through research, interviews, and in-depth analysis, YGH determined the city has just over 38,000 usable square feet of space, and for the future, the city needs about 58,000 usable square feet. Tualatin has seen steady growth over the past 20 years, and this trend is expected to continue in the future. The city wants to be ready to serve the community as the population grows and changes. A task force was assembled to work on this project, made up of community members and elected officials, to guide the study and help reach different segments of the community during the outreach period. The task force asked the community for their ideas for future buildings and possible sites to meet the space needs for the future. All of the ideas came forward from the community, and the analysis includes 9 different alternatives. The first alternative is the Oregon Nurses Association building, or Aspen Place. It's located along Lower Boones Ferry Road in the center of downtown Tualatin. The building overlooks Tualatin Community Park and sits on 0.65 acres of land. The building is easily accessible from I-5 and from the southwest suburbs, and it is within close proximity of transit services. The building is highly visible and meets space needs for a city hall if the top floor outdoor deck is enclosed. There is underground parking available in addition to parking in the city's public lots nearby. The preliminary cost estimate to acquire and renovate this building is $9.2 million. A new building next to the Tualatin Police Department was suggested as another alternative. The city owns the land next to the police department, and the site is over 190,000 square feet, with about 21,000 square feet being occupied by the police facility. Based on YGH's projections, a new city hall could be accommodated on this site. The site is within the 100-year floodplain and could be raised above it through site work or by adding below-ground parking. There is currently excess parking on the site to meet parking requirements, or additional surface parking could be constructed to make sure we have adequate parking for all uses. The site is next to the wetland protected area and has a 40-foot wetland buffer south of the property. A 2-story building configuration could optimize the wetland views and the solar orientation. The preliminary cost estimate to construct a new building and complete the necessary site improvements is $14.1 million. The next alternative is the site next to the Juanita Poll Center and Community Park. It is accessed from Lower Boones Ferry Road. This site offers 2 alternatives. Option A would allow for a building which meets all of the City Hall space requirements to be located along Lower Boones Ferry Road. The site is within the 100-year floodplain and could be raised above it through site work or by adding below-ground parking. This option is estimated to cost $18.6 million for property acquisition, new construction, and site work. Option B on this site would allow for the building to be constructed closer to the Tualatin River on the north side of the property. If a building were constructed on this side, it would be above the 100-year floodplain. This option is estimated to cost $17.2 million. Both options could provide surface parking on the site in addition to the nearby public parking lots. The common site is the building where the former Wichita Pub was located, and currently there are other existing businesses leasing space. This site is not currently for sale. If the site was to be acquired and the existing building demolished, it would be large enough to construct a new city hall. The site is within the 100-year floodplain and could be raised above it through site work or by adding below-ground parking. This option is estimated to cost $16.4 million for property acquisition, new construction, and site work. Finally, if city staff were to consolidate in a city hall and vacate the existing offices located next to the library, This would free up space for the library to expand. The library currently occupies about 21,000 square feet. If city services were to be consolidated, the staff in the city offices would be vacated out of the 6,500 square foot area they are currently occupying. If this east wing were demolished, a new two-story addition in the same footprint could meet the library's space requirements for 2025. Parking lots at the library were just recently expanded, and the new parking lots would be adequate to meet the requirements of a new two-story addition to the library. The cost estimate for this option is $4.7 million. The city needs your input. Help us envision the future of our city's infrastructure and ensure your services are being provided in the most efficient way possible. Visit www.tualatinoregon.gov for more information or to share your thoughts in the online survey. The comment period closes in early June, so be sure to log on today and share your ideas.